Dr. Gerard E., Chairman, Charity Council, Mr. David Gerald, Founder and CEO of Singapore Investors Association Singapore, SIAS. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. My great pleasure to introduce you to the 2020 Charity Governance Conference, organized by SIAS, with support from the Charity Council. Today's theme is Governance for Leadership, Sustainability for a Resilient Future. This theme is not only timely today, but highly necessary. And with us, both Gerard and David, you really have spent a lifetime working on this. And we are very glad to have your support in today's conference. The fight against COVID-19, of course, is not over yet by any stretch. But we must, at the same time, cast our eyes to the future and have a look at what the future holds in store for us and how we should prepare for that under the new normal. In this regard, charities play a key role in our civil society. Together with your staff, each of you, your staff, your volunteers, the work that you do benefits the most vulnerable segments of our society. Much of your work is in fact critical to our national drive to build a more caring and more inclusive Singapore, one that we'll be proud to call home, and one that you want your children and their children to continue living in. The past few months have not been easy for all of us as we navigate through the challenges brought about suddenly by the pandemic hitting our shores. The charity sector has been no less affected. But I'm heartened to know that many of you have reorganized and adapted quickly, come back stronger, changed your working methodology, changed the way you interact, and also ensure prevailing safe management measures. You have embraced the spirit of Singapore Together by partnering with government agencies, businesses, ground-up organizations, and to deliver services to your beneficiaries, all at the time ensuring balancing safe management, but also looking out for the beneficiaries who need the assistance in these times. For example, the Lions Befrienders Service Association adapted quickly during COVID-19 and collaborated closely with partners such as AIC, the Agency for Integrated Care, and also Infocom Media Development Agency, IMDA, to equip and teach elderly clients in using smartphones to connect with one another. And of course, the usage of smartphones now is quite important in the way in which we socialize and also interact. I want to thank all of you for your dedication, your hard work, and most of all, for continuing to believe in the work that you do. And that, I think, is most important, because the belief sustains the passion, sustains the drive, and helps keep all of us constantly striving to do our best so that our beneficiaries can get the most out of what we do. To survive COVID-19 and thrive in this new normal, I hope you will continue to press on in your efforts to strengthen and build your own capabilities to push the envelope and the boundaries a little bit more. In particular, in two aspects, in digitalization and also in stakeholder engagement. Some charities, in fact, have already reaped the benefits of early adopters of digitalization. And I want to give a shout out to art charity Ting Yi Music Company. They have been engaging their audiences online through producing online digital content. The charity has since staged its first online concert via Facebook and also created a digital series of performances to help viewers who have been at home during circuit breaker and beyond to really chase away the stay-home blues during the period. Another example is social and welfare charity SUNDAC, SUN-DAC, which has tapped on iShine Cloud's services in areas of human resources and also shared folders. This has enabled the teams to work remotely and efficiently during the COVID-19 period. To further support charities in strengthening themselves during this period, I'm happy to share 3 new initiatives. Let me quickly outline them. First, the Commission of Charities will be rolling out a Charities Go Digital Kit to help charities kickstart their digitalization journey in November 2020. This toolkit will highlight the importance of going digital and raise awareness also on cybersecurity issues, which is an issue we need to deal with as we embrace and enhance our digital services. The kit also includes a guide on possible digital solutions to support charities' corporate or administrative functions and also stakeholder engagement and management. This toolkit will be complemented with other resources such as the VWO Charities Capability Fund and learning initiatives to enable charities to build on and leverage on and eventually take advantage of digital capabilities. Second, the Charity Council will be introducing the revised Charity Transparency Framework. Transparency, as with accountability, is key in building trust between donors and stakeholders. The more transparent a charity is, the more well-governed a charity is, the more confidence a donor will have in that charity. This framework serves as a guide to help charities define their own policy and also their own approach to transparency, because we know that it's not one size fits all. You've got to look at it in the context of your own organization and your own charity. It will outline good disclosure practices and help charities to communicate better to their stakeholders. The revised Charity Transparency Framework will be published on the Charity Portal as well as on the Charity Council's website in October 2020. Third, and I'm very pleased about this, the COC will be signing shortly a Memorandum of Understanding with 3 bodies: the Institute of Singapore Chartered Accountants, the Law Society Pro Bono Services, and the Institute of, Institute of Internal Auditors Singapore and Shared Services for Charities, so 4 of them. These 4 new partners, each of them are leaders in their own right, but they bring more than just their professional qualifications and expertise to the table. They bring with them dedication and a heart for service. And that's why they're here with us, partnering with us, signing an MOU. And I'm very, very grateful for their goodwill and their support. I know that each of them in these times already grapple with their own challenges in their sectors, but yet find the time and the bandwidth to step up, step forward, and come and help us. So thank you very much to all 4 of you. Apart from these initiatives, I encourage charities to continue committing time to learning and also attending webinars organized by the COC. These webinars in this new normal, in a new format, are really tailored to address concerns that we gather on the ground about how you operate and the challenges that you face. And it will also help you to better engage your stakeholders. I'm happy to know that All Saints Home, in fact, attended one of the webinars on online fundraising and found new ways, novel ways, different ways to communicate its cause, such as in one case, using music to tell stories to residents. We all have heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. Now we know that music transcends boundaries and can communicate in ways that sometimes words and being in front of a camera in a speech form does not help. The charity sector is really the engine behind a lot of good work in society. And I think all of us in this room, we know that, and that's why we're here. And it is the glue which holds Singapore together. It is not coincidental that we have charities across the sectors to play this role. And one of the points that many of the members on Charity Council shared with me earlier was that it's equally important, just as important as it is to have good governance, it is equally important to share practices, share best practices, share know-how, communicate. And so much as we want to build on the resources of professional bodies, we also want each of you to leverage on the strengths of each other. Coming together as a community is something that we want to hope to foster at MCCY and also COC. Not only so that you can learn from each other, but so that we can foster a warmer and more caring ecosystem of charities, charity providers, donors, and beneficiaries. So MCCY and COC will continue to work with our partners and provide resources to strengthen your work, to help you in your work, to strengthen your outreach, and build a more thriving and certainly more resilient charity sector, one that will withstand not just the test of the pandemic, but really the test of time as we move forward. Overcoming this pandemic will take all parts of Singapore society. It's probably the one single factor that has the whole of our society looking at it this year. But it is in times like this as well that we find strength in adversity, and we find that we're able to better support one another, to help one another overcome these challenges. So I urge all of you to remain united, to remain cohesive in your outlook, to remain strengthened by that diversity that we have in Singapore, and to move the charity sector forward, because ultimately, the stronger the charity sector is, the more our beneficiaries will benefit from the good work that is being done. Let me end by thanking again the Charity Council, the speakers, and particularly STIAS, SIS, for putting this conference together and for not just lending your expertise, but also, as I said earlier, your heart, your dedication, your compassion, and most of all, your time in contributing to this sector. So I wish all of you a fruitful day ahead. Interact with speakers, ask questions, probe, learn from each other, but most importantly also make new friends, even if it might just be across the Zoom camera. Thank you very much and have a good day ahead.